Hey, everybody. Welcome to Meanwhile Back at the Lab with Paximus. It's good to have you guys here. I have a guest that we're gonna talk to in just a little bit, and I want to say thank you so much for all of you who are able to be here with us. We're gonna go ahead and talk with Melly in just a second. I needed to as I hit the live button, I needed to actually adjust something. So just give me one more second. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so anyways, thank you guys so much for being here. So this collaboration that we're doing, I have the honor to be able to talk with Melly. She has in the last 2 months started with a study with me stream and has just exceeded expectations. I think she has almost 1,000 subscribers, guys. Can you believe it? She has almost 1,000 subscribers, and I think she's going to be growing like she's just going to blow up. Anyways, I'm so grateful that she took some time because I know she's really busy, and she also finished a live stream just about like half an hour to maybe an hour ago. So I'm really excited to be able to have a conversation with none other than Melly. Hey, Melly, how are you?
Hi Paximus, hi everyone. Can you hear me?
Yeah, let's see. Let's see if everybody can hear you. I can hear you perfectly, by the way, but let's check in the comments to make sure. Can you guys hear Melly? Okay, is there? Okay, you guys can hear her.
Okay, yeah.
Awesome, awesome. Well, Melody, thank you so much for taking the time to just have a conversation with me. For
You're
me,
welcome, Pax.
for me, I love to have a cup of Java, as I like to say, but it's a cup of coffee. But today it's just water. It's just water
Yeah,
for me. Because
let's cheer.
I need to stay hydrated, and I'm sure you have to stay, hydrated as well. You need to get some water. Um, but
Yeah,
so, Melly, I wanted to ask you a couple of questions to kind of just start off our time together. So, for the people who are watching and listening, and even the people who may be watching this later on after the live stream, um, can you tell us just a little bit about yourself and who you are and what you do?
yeah, of course. First of all, I would like to thank you and thank all the people from my channel and from your channel who are following this live streaming. I'm really nervous at the moment, so but I was nervous during all my live streaming. People who were there know.
Hmm.
Um, I'm so I'm so proud, like, but not proud of me. Yeah, even proud of me, but proud of the people that are following me. It's a huge community, but full of. Today I said full of love, and it's so correct.
Hmm.
And yeah, so I wanted only to thank everybody, first of all. And then I answering your question.
Hmm.
I'm a simple person. Uh, I am 26. I was born here in Italy, so I'm Italian. If I have to say what I love, I choose two things that are pizza and sunsets.
Man, that's so
Uh,
awesome.
yeah, but I mean, I'm Italian, so landscape,
Right.
food, like two things, and that's finished. Yeah, then I'm an enthusiastic person, cheerful, and too strict with myself
Mm.
sometimes, lots of times, I have to say. And yeah, I'm really passionate about everything, I have to say. In fact, I don't have time to do things because I spread no, I split my day towards different things, and this is not always the best choice, but it's me. So
Well, and you do have a lot to do with like time management. Trying to sort out your whole day, and it takes a lot of work to do that. But I think a lot of people really do enjoy studying with you, obviously, and the advice that you give and the techniques and tips that you give. I think it's a true testament. I mean, people do follow you because you do give great advice, and you're really passionate, I think, about studying and even caring for people. I've been on your live stream, obviously, in the last, but probably last week or so, and I know how much care you give to the people who are in your live stream. I'm very much the same way. I do the same thing. And actually, before I even go any further, I just want to like acknowledge a couple of people who are actually in the live stream right now. I'll kind of just kind of pick and through.
yes,
Vava Voom is in your live stream from what I remember.
yes, yes.
Danya,
Also Paulina, Nishan, so
Ali-
many people.
Elisabetta, and
Elizabeth.
Habita. It's good to see you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Hey Archer. Oh, Paulina is here. Paulina's
Yeah,
here.
she's my moderator with you.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and I kind of came in as a moderator to kind of help just a little bit, just to kind of make sure that everything's okay. But Paulina is definitely helping you out as well, and I'm really happy about that.
Yeah, but even the others, I have to say, they like help each other, so it's a good way of using internet.
Yeah, and so you are, correct me if I'm wrong, but you are an aerospace engineer in university, correct?
Yes.
And you're currently working on a master thesis, or what are you currently working on?
Yeah. My major is propulsion systems, so I chose this major because I got passionate about like engines and propulsion systems in general during my years of university. So I chose this path, and my thesis is exactly on this. I am studying. I don't know. I try to like make it clear, but and simple. I work on with CFD, that is computational fluid dynamics, and this is a way of study the flux through a turbine blades. In this case, I study a supersonic turbine blade.
That sounds amazing.
Supersonic turbine blades. Yeah, and I study the flux. You mean, for example, you see the wind going outside. Yeah, it's a flux. So I study simply the air through the blades. I know it seems simple. You mean because you know, like you
Not
think
really.
okay, air. Yeah, but it's like air. So what am I doing? But it's complicated from a physical and mathematical point of view. It's really complicated. So
Yeah, no,
it's a huge work.
I think so. The first time I actually stumbled upon your live stream, that I found out, I was like, okay, I think she does aerospace like dynamics or propulsion systems and things like that, and I was like, man, that's amazing. Like I'm not, I don't think I'm anywhere near that level. That's amazing that you have an interest in that, and I think that's really, really wonderful because that's part of STEM and the sciences and technology and things like that. So I think it's wonderful that you do that. And could you tell us a little bit more about your thesis and kind of the process? Is it really hard to do a thesis? Because I've been there before, and I think you already know that about me. But how difficult is it to do a master thesis for those people who are watching and just listening to us? Can you give them some idea
Yeah.
of where your process was, where you are now, and you know, uh, any other thoughts on that?
Sure. Sure. Okay. Thank you for asking. Um, I think that when you choose or when you ask for a thesis, you have to do something that you don't know how to do.
Mm.
So it's an occasion to learn new abilities, because I didn't know how to simulating, how to coding, how to meshing before. Like, yeah, I knew that the theory, because I studied it as a subject at the university, but you 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 miss the practice point of view. So for sure, thesis is a fundamental step between university and work. Then you have the possibility to go inside the subject, and it's wonderful, I have to say, because you get to know whether you like or not what you are studying. It's a simple way. Simple, just saying, because in fact it's not simple, uh, because I spend the days working on the mesh. It's like, I don't know, meshing things, meshing space around the airfoil. So coding, it's a huge work, but guys, if you're motivated in doing it, even hard times become better one day. And the only thing I can tell you is to be organized. I know it's difficult because when you are studying, you see thesis as a huge problem, full of things to do, and you don't know how to start and where you start.
Yeah.
But I told one of my one of the people, one of the person. Oh my God! One of the people that was following me during the live, I told one of my tips, I don't know, it's to write down all the steps you have to do. So if you have to read all the papers, 10 papers, 100 papers, write it down and check if you are doing everything, like pin everything when you have done it. And this is a great thing, to get organized and to know what you are doing and where you are going, because writing an index, it's a simple way to see the whole thing together. And this is the only advice I can tell you, because it works for everybody, for every thesis, no matter the subject.
And how much time do you feel like you need to dedicate to doing a thesis? Like, what would be your advice for anybody who's listening and watching right now? How much time do you think a person needs to dedicate to doing something like that?
It depends. At least 3 months full time, at least. Yeah. So if you're not working full time every day, you need more time, obviously.
Right. So there's many people from this community that we have, the Study With Me community, that they're kind of known for always asking the question of how many hours do you study? So, that's kind of a popular question. And I think there's so many like live streamers who have different answers for that. I'm kind of curious, what is your thoughts on studying, how long, and anything, any other thoughts that go with that?
Okay, I was studying, so okay, thank you for asking, Pax, because it's a question that everybody keeps doing, like keeps telling me. And from the beginning, I always said that I am not that kind of person that tells you what to do, how to do it, and how many hours you have to study, because I think lots of those videos are not good for people that are in a true art moment. Okay, because we can talk between us, and when you look for study with me, you look for a companion. Okay, you look for somebody who can motivate you, or maybe just to share.
Yeah.
To share something. Okay, so you look for advice because maybe you are in a difficult moment, and watching all these kind of videos full of tips that you don't know how to put in place, I don't know how to manage together, it's not easy for me. Like, it's not easy for my point of view. Okay, so I try every time to tell people what I did when I was in a difficult moment. And I always say I'm 26. I spent all year and more than a year not being able to study. And there are people who ask me, why can you study so much? Why are you so motivated? And it's not a matter of I was born like this. In life, we spend sometimes, I don't want to be long, but we spend days or years or maybe months in which we are overwhelmed with emotions, in which we have too many thoughts that we can't do anything else. In fact, we can't study. But it's not your fault. It's a moment. It goes on, and as I always say, is part of the process. Okay, there is a process of growth when you live, and it comprehends like both good and bad moments. And I have learned, maybe, but I'm not sure. I've learned how to try to cope with those bad moments and go on. Simply like stand it up again. And the best advice I can tell you is use your time and practice. Okay, because step by step is the only way possible. And if today you can stay focused for 1 minute, and the day after you can stay focused for 2 minutes, it will be an increasing way. I don't know if it's correct, but tomorrow it will be better. Okay, if it's like running. The first time you run half a mile and you are out of breath. The second time you maybe run half a mile plus 1 meter. So it's like this. It's practice, and there are no shortcut to excellence, guys. It takes time, longer than most people think. For sure, it's not like studying 12 hours a day every day, and you like the second day see a difference. It's not like that. Practice takes time. And I don't know if I can explain more things.
Oh no,
if you have time.
I think your explanation is wonderful. And if I can kind of just like piggyback off what you're saying, I find it interesting. A lot of live streamers tend to say like you have to do it this way, or you have to do it this way.
Yeah.
And just from my perspective, just so that you can kind of know where I'm coming from, I find that intriguing the way that you said it. I don't like to press it upon anybody. I don't want to tell them you have to do it this way, because maybe that's not what's right for them, you know?
Yeah.
But I do like the fact that you encourage people to study or to find what really helps them, what really works best for them. I know for me as an educator, I personally have encountered many students who learn differently. And
Hmm.
as a teacher, I have to always be aware. I want to be able to teach you where you are. And that's difficult for a teacher to sometimes do lesson plans and things like that from an educator's perspective. But at the same time, I think it's really key what you did say is that my goal is not to press upon them, you know, how like how much they have to do, but to encourage them to start doing something, you know, to start studying, even if it's for 1 minute.
Start from somewhere. Yeah.
Exactly, start from somewhere. And I think that's the hardest part sometimes for people, especially in this last year. This last year's been crazy. Um,
Yeah.
and with what's been happening and the emotions that people have been feeling and kind of being separate from each other, the Study With Me community is a way for us to kind of get to know each other and connect with each other, you know?
And
And
I,
yeah, go ahead.
yeah, yeah. Tell me.
Oh no, I was gonna just kind of tag on that, but yeah, no, go ahead.
No, I know I repeat every time the same things, but it's in my life, for example, when people ask me these kind of questions, but it's because I really believe in what I'm saying. I'm not here to just do, I don't know, clickbaits, or I would like to
Hmm.
help or inspire. And sometimes, for example, I say that's my only use, like it's my only tip. I say take it as a job. If you can't start, if the moment you find difficult to find a moment to find like that kick that helps you to start, I say take it as a job, because you can't just quit a job. Okay, when you start working properly and you get paid, you can't be like no, today I'm staying home because I don't want to
Right.
do anything. Okay, so you have to do it even in hard times, even if you are crying on your books.
Hmm.
Sometimes you have to go on, and it helps you growing your ability to fight for something, to believe that you can no matter what. And I know taking studies, like study time as a job, is not the best thing of you can do, but it's just a way to start, and then you can go on, and then you become passionate, because with time you have to, I don't know, find something you enjoy studying.
Hmm.
That's the key.
Right.
So if you're not passionate about what you're studying, it's always like a hard work, so hard work.
Hmm.
um, so oh, I'm blocked. No, it's
Okay.
fine.
Yeah, just for a second, you were frozen.
Okay, I'm frozen. Yeah, frozen. I don't know, guys. Enthusiasm is a common thing. We are enthusiastic for everything, even for the sunny day outside. But endurance is rare. And endurance is what fuel purpose, and is, I don't know. It's what gives you passion. Yeah.
And I'm kind of curious, a little bit, if you can tell us how you decided that you wanted to go into like the YouTube platform, because that one, like, I mean, just judging from how I've encountered our discussion just now, like you're, it seems to me like you're pretty shy. I could be wrong, but
No.
um,
Yeah.
being in front of a camera, that's like, it's a little daunting. It's a little crazy. It's a little scary.
Mhm. Mhm.
So what made you think, okay, I'm gonna try to do this study with me stream on YouTube?
Um, since when I was a child, I I did like producer kind of things, director maybe, or maybe just script writer. I was writing things for other people, and when I was in the primary school, I used to go home after school and then write down all the roles for people, or what they had to sing, what they had to say to the public. So it is like a old passion. And then I started doing videos for myself, for like to things outside me, but only for myself. And because I couldn't find, the one thing that you have to follow to reach success, or in a platform like YouTube, you have to be specific, sectoral, and I couldn't find one thing because I'm really interested in too many things, and it's not good for YouTube. And so I decided, when I was studying, I always studied with other people on Discord, or just in webcam, and I told myself, why not? You have a new webcam. Because it was,
Might as well.
it was, I don't know, it was a coincidence, and it was like, oh my god, why didn't you start before? In yeah, it came like this, and I'm so happy. I have to say, I'm really so happy of this.
Well, and you're getting a lot of wonderful people in your community who are actually here in the chat as well. And just so that you guys are aware, who are listening, I'm not ignoring you. It's a little bit hard for me to manage a chat and then also be listening at the same time. I'm a terrible multitasker, so I apologize. But we will kind of go into like a little bit of a Q&A, just to kind of hear a little bit more from Melly. So we will do that in just a few more minutes. But just to follow up with the YouTube question, Melly, do you feel like doing YouTube is fun or stressful or both? Like, how do you feel about that?
I think it's both. It's fun and stressful because you have to be in live for a certain amount of hours, and in the meanwhile life happens. So outside my door or my room, there is my family, my dog, my eyes, my there's everything. So there are days in which I have to stop the live, for example after 5 hours, because even if I'm at home in the afternoon, there are so many things to do that you don't know how to be in front of the screen and at the same time do other things. Instead, when you are alone to study, you stand up whenever you want. So this kind of thing is a little bit stressful to cope for everything. But the other side is that it's so fun, and I really meet people that inspire me, and it's so cool. I didn't know it before starting, of course, because I only watched other streamers. Okay, so you don't know what's behind, but when you are inside and you feel how much support people can do to you, can give to you, it's so amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I think just in my community, in your community, we've seen wonderful people. We've got to know wonderful people, and it does encourage you to want to do better and to help them. With all the studying that you do, they sometimes do have ways of encouraging you. Sometimes they'll say things in the chat that maybe like Melly, if you're having a bad day, and then we have someone from your live stream says like, oh Melly, what's wrong, how are you doing, and then you sometimes you don't want to give away too much. I think for me personally, I'm a bit transparent with people, so that could be good, that could be bad, but sometimes it's okay to be transparent with a couple people
Yeah,
and just say like, today's a bad day. Today's a bad day. I'm not having
I
a great
agree with you.
day, and yeah, it's just one of those days. Like, I was having a terrible day at work, and then people from my live stream, they were like, "Oh, but Pax, you're gonna be fine. It's gonna be totally okay, and
Yes,
you know
yes.
what? You're just gonna do well for this next week and or tomorrow." Do you find that there's people in your live stream who have been really doing that? And because I think I've seen
Yes.
that recently since I've been there, but tell me like how these people in the community have really helped you.
Yeah, but you are one of them, I have to say, because you always support me. Yeah, but guys, you all are so important. Maybe there are days in which I don't tell you that I'm not as happy as the other days, but you see me through my eyes, and you see me because I'm maybe different from uh, the enthusiastic person of the day before, you know, and you always cheer me up. Is it right? Um, it's wonderful. They always have like those kind of words that really work. They it's maybe only a sentence, maybe it's
Yeah.
the same exactly thing that you said the day before to them, and it's
Yeah.
but listening to or I don't know, reading it, that sentence is said from another person to you.
Yeah.
It's so motivating, it's
Mhm.
so, I don't know, maybe overwhelming sometimes, because yeah,
No, I
I'm really
totally
proud of this.
understand. I totally understand what you're talking about. Like that encouraging word that you gave to someone. A couple days from that point, they see, oh, Melly, you might not be having a great day. It's okay. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna do okay on your test or your exam or whatever it is. And the the quote or the idea that you gave to them, they're kind of returning it back to you, and I think that's a wonderful community to be part of.
Yes, I completely agree.
Yeah, and speaking of quotes, and then I think this will be kind of like my last question, and then
Mhm.
we'll look at we'll do like a little bit of a Q&A with everybody else in the chat. So I'm not ignoring you guys. I see you guys are here, so thank you so much for supporting both me and Melly. I really appreciate that. Um, so at the beginning of your live stream, I find it kind of actually soothing a little bit. You have a quote at the very beginning of your live stream that has something to do with risk and
Yeah,
failure. Can you tell
yeah,
us a little bit about what prompted you, what made you want to put that quote there?
yeah. It's easy. It's because we live in a society in which everybody has to be perfect all the time. You can't tell anyone else maybe you have a bad day, or
Mm,
maybe your life is not fantastic as it seems to be, or full of things. Maybe
yeah.
on Instagram we see people that
Right.
have so so many things to do, so much, a so full life, and
Hmm.
maybe we think about ourselves, and we say to ourselves like, what do I have to do with my books, with my things? Instead, you are living your life and risking, that is maybe studying in this case, or maybe working in your case, or maybe something else, doing your activities, is as important as the lives of other people that you see on Instagram. And risking comes with failure, because if you risk, you can failure, like you can fail. And I know that quote says risk is the greatest hazard in life. Risk nothing is the greatest hazard in life, because think about it. If you don't risk anything, what do you have? How do you grow?
Exactly.
You are not free. And we tend sometimes to fail and to overreact to those failures and to those setbacks. And I don't know, instead going through them, dusting ourselves off a bad period gives you the possibility to be free, to learn, to grow, guys, to grow, and to get that perseverance that you always wanted. Okay, is risk the key? Is failure the key? Is there is a quote, fail forward. Okay, so it's exactly that. And I always say, to finish it, that risk is a way of do things to change our life. Okay, and there's a quote that I always say to my to the people that are watching me, that is, we are what we do, especially what we do to change what we are. One of my friends told me this quote a few months ago, and it became like the best sentence. I keep telling myself, we are what we do to change what we are, to risk. Yeah, so
Yeah, and that makes perfect sense. And I love the fact that you put that as an encouraging word for those who are just, finding your live stream, who are getting to know who you are. And again, I go back to this in the last week that I was at your live stream, because I think it was about a week ago or a week and a half ago when I started to, help out a little bit with the mod, being a mod. I love the fact that you care so much. You truly care about each and every person that comes through the live stream, and you try and answer their question. I mean, I think it's a true testament to who you are as a person. I think people are drawn to that, and I mean, for me personally, I really appreciate that, and I'm sure
thank you.
so many people who are even watching this now, or maybe will be watching this later on, they truly appreciate who you are and what you do and how you encourage them. So I guess on behalf of them, I want to thank you for taking the time to encourage and care for them, and
Thank you, Pax.
yeah, of course. Okay, so
So it's
those
time
are my questions.
for questions.
Those are my questions, but let's see if we can
No.
kind of go into the chat and to see what questions they have. Let me see here.
Okay, yeah, I can hear you, but it's okay. Okay, we got it.
Are you good?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Okay. Sorry, maybe it's my connection.
Yeah, I think it kind of goes in and out every now and then, but otherwise
Okay.
we're good. Okay, so let's see what questions. Well, I mean, we'll just kind of start off here just for now. But Habita says, Melly, oh my gosh, so inspiring words and meanings. That's awesome. Thank you, Habita.
Oh, I read one comment.
Uh-huh.
I wanted to wait. Paulina was saying, "Cry with me," live stream. Oh my gosh.
Cry with me live stream. That's
Yeah.
I think that might be your next video. Cry with me live stream.
Yeah, guys, what do you think about it? We can cry together.
Yeah. That's so good. Okay, let's see.
Okay.
Was a glitch?
Hi, Damiano.
stream froze
Okay.
for a moment. It's issue on YouTube side. Yeah, I think YouTube's been having issues this last week. So
Okay. Okay.
uh,
Okay. So,
see guys, let's see any other questions. Oh, okay. So we'll start off with this question from Vavum. My question is, what motivated you guys to live stream on YouTube? So we kind of covered that, but Melly,
yeah.
if you want to talk a little bit more about that, that's
Uh,
okay.
no, I think we covered it. I think Vavavoom also got the answer to the question, and yeah,
Okay.
not to be long in the same answer. I mean, otherwise everyone gets bored.
Let's see. Yes, that's okay. So Nisa says, Melly, I understand English better. Okay.
Yeah, there are lots of people getting the point.
Yeah, if Ice could understand you, this is an interesting question. What would you tell him apart from Monello?
Guys, Monello is it was the yesterday's word in Italian in my live stream, because Monello, it's like I was saying, bad and clever boy. If Ice could understand me, but guys, he understands me. I think he speaks Italian in some way, because it's so clever, but I have to say that he's so clever that sometimes makes you think he is not understanding you, but it's not true, because
Right.
he is understanding, but it doesn't want to do what you are telling him. So
You know what?
yeah.
I understand that all too well. because Linus is right behind me, and like my dog Linus, he makes you think like he he makes you think like, oh, he doesn't get what you're saying, but he knows exactly what you're saying. Like he totally
Exactly.
understands you.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so Claudio C, what are you going to do with
Yeah.
the channel after your degree? That's actually a really good question. Thank you, Claudio, for
Yeah.
that question.
Thank you, Claudio. Some of you inspired me. I think a few live streams ago, because we talked about this problem, and they told me to do things like vlog or work with me, even study with me, because I will continue studying. I know me. I know me from since like I was born, so I probably will continue studying. But I can do video inspiring, or video about I don't know, topics in a specific way. For example, topic in the aerospace field or topic in the engineering field. I would like it, and yeah, I think that's a cute format, because it's both interesting and helpful. So
Yeah. Awesome.
I would like to.
So Debs, who's actually a moderator, I call her Debs. We all call her Debs on this live stream. Her name's Debbie. She says, "What is your
Okay.
plan after you're done with studies?" Okay, so that's the same thing. Never mind.
Okay, but maybe
Oh, I see. So she's trying to clarify. What is your plan in terms of like your life plan that is not related to your channel?
yeah. I would like to work in the airplane engines industry. It's a difficult field to enter. I don't know how can I do it, because I'm afraid to not finding a job due to these hard times we are living. But I would like to design engines for airplane that are not, guys, engines of cars. They are different, and I'd like to design them or maybe test them, or just working for Rolls Royce. I know it's a
Yeah,
dream, but yeah,
that's cool.
maybe one day, guys. Maybe Rolls Royce watches this video.
There
Hi,
you
Rolls
go.
Royce. If you're watching this video, I propose me.
Yeah. Exactly. And I love the fact that you took that moment just really quick to say, Rolls Royce, I'm here. In case
I'm
you're
here.
wondering, I'm here, I'm
Yeah,
available, so just letting you know.
take me.
Yeah. um, Desk Collab, who is
Yeah, one of my
asking, what are
subscribers.
the biggest distractions which you find personally while studying, and how do you overcome them?
Yeah, one of the biggest distractions is internet, because it's a place huge. It's full of things, guys, and my mind goes everywhere while I'm studying. So maybe I see this bottle and I think, why a bottle is with this with this form, and I look for it on Google, and then I maybe I get it.
Hmm.
So it's a new thing that I learn, but in the meanwhile, I'm not studying anymore. So it's a pro and con, and yeah. So internet is my biggest distraction, I
Yeah,
have to say.
I would say for me, it's actually Linus. Um,
also, also a dog.
so it's for a good reason though. I think Linus distracts me because I want to spend time with him, but I don't have the time all the time to spend time with him. And he is a very needy dog. He's a golden retriever.
Mm.
I mean, he's super needy. He's so needy.
Cute.
But I mean, like, how do you say no to him? Like it's kind of
No.
impossible. So that's why I have to, like, do my work and just not look at him for a little bit, because otherwise I want to hang out with him and play with him a little bit. But then I have work to do. I have studies. So I
Yeah.
think that's, for me personally, that would be the biggest distraction aside from the internet. Um,
Yeah, I agree with you.
oh yeah, see. Okay, so um, I wonder if this. Okay, so Q is asking. So Melly does mathematics. Is mathematics? I assume there's a lot of mathematics in aerospace. Dynamics and propulsion systems and things like that.
Yes.
Is that? Do you have to focus more on the mathematical or the theoretical?
Uh, it's the same,
It's the
because
same.
I always tell you guys that you have to explain in life, when you are an engineer, to test things, to calculate things. You have to explain physical things through maths. Okay, so maths formula are the only way in which you can explain physics. So it's all about maths, okay? It's all about your ability to understand things, and comes with time, comes with all the courses. But even when you do physics, like the course of physics, uh, the basic things are maths things. So yeah, it's all about it.
And let's see. There's another one. Here's an interesting question from Devanshi. Would you
Hi,
teach
Devanshi.
fix? Would you teach physics? Would you ever consider taking, like, the teaching route and teach physics?
Yes, I consider it, but uh, I can't do both. I can't be in the engines industry and
Right.
both teach,
Yeah.
unless I use like YouTube for spread knowledge, but I'm not that kind of person. I think now I'm not able to do those kind of videos full of knowledge, because I'm not I don't consider me able enough to do it nowadays, I mean. So probably I won't, but life is full of surprises. So I don't say I don't like it, because I like it a lot. I like teaching, guys. I always answer your question using physical things, so you understand that I like it. But it's difficult to again cope with the work you have studied for, and maybe a thing that you like. So let's see.
So Moonchild Stars says working for Harley Davidson. That would be interesting.
Yeah, that would be interesting, but I wouldn't do my engines. I could study aerodynamics, of course, but I also could study propulsion. That's just different, a different kind of propulsion.
And Melly, I actually have just kind of a side question, but is there a lot of where you live right now? Because I know Nisa was talking. She just asked, "Where do you live now?" And we know it's Italy. But is there opportunities for you in that area, or would you consider going to a different area to, to do maybe a career in aerospace engineering?
Okay, guys, first we have to consider the thing that in Italy, lots of young people that have just graduated don't find a job. Okay, so this is the first thing to take into consideration, because even if it's there is Avio, that's part of General Electric, and so it's an American one. It has been acquired. I don't know if it's the exact term, but so Avio, it's Italian and has been acquired by General Electric, and it's in Turin, so there is the possibility to work in Turin for a company that does what I study, what the things that I study.
Right.
But it's difficult because we are 400 every year that graduates, and how can you, even if you are an A grade student, it's difficult because they are like in a pandemic situation. There are no enough I don't know jobs. So the thing is, I would like to work in Germany for Rolls Royce.
Oh, okay, cool.
And
there you go. Rolls
yeah. So
Rolls
going.
I'm right here.
Yeah. I'm going abroad. Yes. Then if I'm succeeding finding a job in Turin, like I will consider it, but I don't know if I would choose to stay. If it was for me, I don't know. Okay, it's another choice.
Yeah.
Italy is so beautiful, guys. So it's not easy to leave it.
Well, that's what I hear. So my sister, she went to Italy, I think it was a couple years ago, and said like I missed out because they, her and a couple of friends invited me to go along, but I didn't have the time. So I've been to England, I've been to Scotland. Those are wonderful places, but I've always wanted to go to Italy, France as well. I love Europe. Europe is really a lot of fun to be around, but I hear that just the landscaping, just the scenery in Italy is amazing. So yeah,
the food also.
Hopefully when all this dies down, I'll be able to take a trip out there one of these days.
Yeah, say out to me when you're here.
I will.
No, of course.
Niche Ant says one of the tests of air engines involves throwing chickens into the turbofan intake bird hit test. Would you do that too, Melly?
I don't know. I don't know, but guys, I grew up with my grandma throwing. No, I can't say it because maybe there are people that like got scared or care about even chickens. So I care about chickens even if I eat them. But I grew up with my grandma killing them. So probably if it was us, I don't know, guys. Maybe I will. No, I have a solution. I could be the head in chief so that I can tell everyone, oh, somebody else to do it for me.
There you go. That's perfect.
This is my solution.
That's awesome.
No, guys, just kidding. But probably no, I couldn't be able to throw a chicken.
Yeah, and it's kind of strange. So my dad's side of the family, like we're they're from Mexico, and my dad and his mom, my grandmother, she basically, like when I was a little kid, she did do the whole chicken thing where, like, you know, said, do you want some chicken for dinner? And I was like, oh yeah, sure, that sounds great. She literally went outside, took the chicken, and, you know, killed it, and then and I was like, oh my gosh. I don't know, that it put me off chicken for at least a good month.
Exactly
I was
the
like,
same.
I can't. Yeah, I can't
Same.
do it anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm the same. I have to stay away from the internet sometimes. That's what Debbie says.
What? I didn't listen. I didn't hear it.
So Debbie was referring to when you get distracted by the internet, that Debbie's the same way as well.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We are the same, so.
Yeah. So Paulina says this is not a vegan-friendly chat.
No, I didn't. Where is it?
Do you see that?
Yes. I know. Even no, Italy in Italy in Italian is Italia.
Mm-hmm.
Like in Spanish.
Melly, do you actually speak Spanish as well?
Oh, I studied it. I have a B2 certification, but
oh, okay, cool.
yeah, but I don't refresh it since I don't know how many years. So if I could refresh it, probably I will get to know it again. But now
like,
it's a little bit.
It'll start like coming back to you the more you practice it.
Yeah, it's similar to the Italian, so it's easy. But you have to refresh. Languages are not like always with us.
Yeah, you just got to keep practicing it in order to, and you got to be. I think you have to also be like involved in the actual community that speaks it, because otherwise you lose it really quickly. So when I was a kid, I actually learned because my older brother talked in French, so I was able to learn French when I was a little kid, and then it went away because I didn't have anybody to practice with anymore. So totally get that.
I agree with you.
Hey Pad Mini, it's good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Vava Voom says, my question is, who is your role model?
My role model.
Like, who is someone that you look up to?
Okay, I have to say, I don't have like a famous person to look up to, because guys, I grew up with I have to say luckily luckily I grew up with my with my parents, and they have been so inspiring for me. And if I have to choose people that inspire me, I choose them. Of course, like 100% sure, because you spend a lot of time with the people of your family, and if they have a good role, like a positive one, an inspiring one, but then it's I don't know, your life is full of the things that they have taught you. I've taught you. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is my choice.
Yeah. I agree with you. I would say for me personally, like my parents, my older brother and older sister, they're the people I look up to the most. I'm very close with my family, and they're the ones who have provided, kind of like my value system since I was a little kid. And I think that for you, that rings true for like your parents. Your parents are the people you look up to the most. So I'm with you on that. I agree.
Mm-hmm. Even my brother, I say hi to my brother, who was my first subscriber and then never followed me again. So good job.
Awesome. That's so cool. I'm so glad that he supports you.
No.
Never,
says, but it's okay.
Italy in Italian is Italy, because in Spanish it's Italia.
No, Italia. I said before Italia.
Okay, so Q says, would you do your own engines, or would you try to enhance the ones that are already in the market?
Both, I have to say, because when you in this industry, guys, when you improve one engine, it's another model. Okay, so one model is fixed like this. If you improve it, it's called in another way. So I could start off with a model, improve it, and have it with my name. Yeah, no, sorry for your water. No, just joking. But
that was actually perfect
it's possible. It's possible to have both things.
Yeah. We'll take a couple more questions because I also want to be respectful of your time.
Yes, I don't know if maybe people are just like here from an hour, so.
Yeah, exactly. Like I want to be able to respect your time definitely, because I know we had talked about kind of keeping this a little bit on the shorter side of it. So I'll take a couple more questions and then we'll just kind of end our time here. But
I'm not in a rush. I only say it because people might get bored.
Gotcha.
Of me.
No, I don't think that's gonna happen. I really don't think that's gonna happen at all. Okay, so Claudio says, would it scare you to get on a jet plane? Or the question ends.
Would it scares me to get on a jet plane? No.
Really? You wouldn't be scared? I'd be terrified.
No, I would be so excited so much.
Oh man.
I would be so excited. But it's because when I'm on a plane, and of course I can explain everything that happens, and I'm like, oh, okay, wow, that thing is like this, and I'm like near people that I don't like. In the right way, they don't know what is happening, and they are just like, oh my god, where are we going? Are we gonna save? Oh my god, this is burning. Oh my god, there's wind outside our window. So when you explain things, when you get to know them, you stop being afraid, I think. So just it. And I wanted to say one thing, because I have to answer Claudio, because Claudio said that in Italy we used to say that to speak Spanish is just speaking Italian plus S at the end of the words. And guys, it's so right. There are lots of no, guys. If I should speak Italian and then start adding S at the end of the words, you think I'm Spanish. 100%. It's I don't know why, but it's lots of words from a Latin language, so lots of words are the same. So yeah. Thank you, Claudio.
And I think, let's see, we'll take maybe one more and then we'll end our time. Just looking through. Oh, I think we're good actually with
Okay.
questions.
Okay.
So, oh, my mic is low. Is that better? Sorry about that, guys.
No, it was okay.
Okay. Okay, so guys, thank you so much for tuning in. And Melly, I want to thank you so much for having a conversation with me and just talking a little bit about like study with me community and being able to, talk to me a little bit about your thesis, because I know that's a huge thing to look forward to, and I know that the process is a little bit daunting sometimes. It's a little hard, but what I always say to like my students is trust the process, enjoy the process. And I like what you said earlier in the chat that you even when you have tough days, even if you're like crying on your books, and you're just struggling, but have that good cry, eat a Ben and Jerry's ice cream or something like that, and then keep moving forward. And I love that message that you have for not just your overall message for yourself, but for the people who are part of your live stream, is to just keep going, one step at a time. And I love that you do that, and I love how you encourage the people who are on your live stream. So I really want to thank you so much for taking the time to hang out with me and just allowing us to kind of get to know who you are. And if people
You're
want
welcome,
to get
Pax.
to know you a little bit more, and if they want to subscribe, how can they find you on the internet? I do have the links provided in the description below, but if there's anything that you want to drive people to so that they get to know a little bit more about you, where could they find you?
I have an Instagram account. It's linked under my videos in my channel, so you can find it there. But I think the most useful way to start learning or who I am is watching my Study With Me videos, I think. So.
And that Study With Me community that you have is, like I said, it's almost at 1,000. I'm actually kind of curious. Like, I think you have. Let's see. I just want to check. That's all. Yeah. So Melly, you're 958 subscribers. You're so close.
Thank you, guys.
And I think people are gonna love studying with you and getting to know you a little bit more. So I want to thank you so much for being here. And hey guys,
but I have to thank you to. Oh,
go ahead.
I okay. No, because I was hearing myself again.
Okay.
No, I wanted to thank you, Paximus, for I don't know, having this possibility of speaking with you and speaking to everybody at the same time. It was a wonderful opportunity, I have to say, because at the beginning I was a little bit anxious and nervous because it's the world of internet that's watching us. It's Big Brother, but now I feel like in peace with everyone, because I'm in my I I was at home, you know, knowing everybody. It's I have to say it's a cool sensation, and
Awesome.
I like it. So thank you very much.
It's my pleasure. I truly appreciate it, and maybe in the future I would love to have you back in doing a collaboration of some
Sure.
sort, or some sort of,
Sure.
studying, or that would be great if we had that opportunity again. I would look forward to that.
Yes, me too.
Well, guys, I'm going to go ahead and cut our time. And for those of you who don't know about how I end my live stream, it's a little different than most people. And I want to kind of end on this note. And I think you know what time it is. And Melly, if you want, you can go ahead and take out your headphones because it might be a little loud. I don't know. So like I said, guys, it was awesome to have Melly here. It was awesome to have all of you here asking questions, getting to know Melly. Don't forget to subscribe to her Study With Me series. It's Study With Melly on YouTube. All the links that she has is in the description below. You can follow her on Instagram. You can follow her on YouTube. And guys, I'm so thankful that you took some time out of your day to spend with us here on Meanwhile, back at the lab with Paximus. And until next time, remember, be kind and rewind. Have a good one. Hadouken!